Once upon a time, in a cozy little pond nestled beside a bright red barn, lived Mama Duck and her 5 little ducklings. These weren't just any ducklings. Oh no, these were the silliest, most giggly ducklings you ever did see. There was Quackers, who loved to wear his tiny imaginary top hat. There was Waddles, who thought his feet were the funniest things in the whole wide world. There was Dipsy, who always went headfirst into the pond, leaving only her fluffy bottom sticking out. Then there was Zoom, who was convinced he was a race car disguised as a duckling. And last, but not least, there was Honk, who communicated exclusively in honks, even when he was trying to sing. One sunny morning, Mama Duck decided to take her 5 little ducklings on an adventure to Farmer McGregor's vegetable patch. "Quack, quack," she instructed, which, translated from Duckish, meant, "Stay close and don't eat all the lettuce." Off they waddled, Quackers tipping his imaginary hat to a passing butterfly, Waddles giggling at his own wobbly walk, Dipsy diving headfirst into a puddle, much to the amusement of a nearby frog, Zoom zooming ahead, pretending to be a yellow sports car, and Honk honking happily to himself. 5 little ducks went out one day, Mama Duck sang, trying to keep track of her brood. "Over the hills and far away." "Honk," replied Honk, which Mama Duck knew meant, "I see a worm." Mama Duck said, "Quack, quack, quack," she continued, and 4 little ducks came waddling back. Zoom, realizing he was the missing duck, zoomed back to his mom, skidding to a halt with a dramatic screech. They continued their journey, and Mama Duck sang again. 4 little ducks went out one day, over the hills and far away. "Honk, honk," cried Honk, spotting a particularly juicy-looking dandelion. Mama Duck said, "Quack, quack, quack," and 3 little ducks came waddling back. Dipsy, having explored the depths of the puddle, popped up with a water lily on her head, looking rather surprised to be counted as missing. This continued until only Waddles was left. 1 little duck went out one day, over the hills and far away, Mama Duck sang, a little worried. Waddles, completely engrossed in watching his feet go splish-splash, had wandered off. Mama Duck called, "Quack, quack, quack." Waddles, startled, looked up and saw his mom. He waddled back as fast as his little legs could carry him, giggling the whole way. Finally, all 5 little ducks were back with Mama Duck. 5 little ducks came waddling back, she sang joyfully. Honk, Quackers, Dipsy, Zoom, and Waddles all huddled close to their mama, tired but happy after their big adventure. And though they hadn't gotten any lettuce from Farmer McGregor's, they had a much better prize, a story to tell, and a whole lot of giggles to share. And that, Mama Duck knew, was the best treat of all.